Hey, reviews.
Back up in here, yo.
And this is the How Did It End and Spoilers review.
The spoilers?
Spoilers.
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 The snow fell and they moved away from it.
The end.
I mean, literally, that's how it ended.
All right, so basically, to summarize the film in a whole, there is a, I guess, how would you say that?
A man-made avalanche.
A controlled avalanche.
Yes.
Everyone knew about it. Even eventually Will Ferrell was like, I might have seen a flyer.
Yeah.
But they all thought that they were going to die because they thought it was a real avalanche.
Yeah.
That causes a huge emotional impact on the wife and the simple fact that...
And the kids.
Because
they all basically grabbed, and the wife grabbed the kids, and he basically goes running for the hills like, oh, well, he grabbed his phone first.
Yeah, he grabbed his phone.
He grabbed his phone first, like, I'm out! And they're looking at him like, and then basically all the snow hits everybody, clears up, and he comes walking back, and they're just like...
And order soup.
You guys just gonna leave us? You just gonna leave us? But you made sure you grabbed your phone. You didn't want to grab one of the kids or anything, but you grabbed your phone, and you basically ran to safety. Okay, so thank you. Kind of what's happening right now in the background.
Yep, that was perfect timing.
Is he's grabbed the phone, and he's out. And that's basically what happened. And then it's just them reacting to him leaving them. And
then there are some moments, basically he doesn't want to accept the fact that he was a punk, and he was a selfish and a coward, and took off and left them. So he's coming back like, oh man. So he didn't want to accept that. And the film goes through him coming to that realization that, yeah, I did want to preserve myself, but did I want it so bad that I don't care about you? Which he makes it later on in the film like, oh, you don't care about us.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. You don't even want to be here. You don't want to be here with your family. And you kind of see in the film he does struggle with that because he wants a life for himself.
Yeah.
He wanted to do things with just him and her. Yeah. He didn't really want a family. You kind of see that coming out throughout the film.
Because even the resort they picked, he didn't pick the family resort. He picked the adult resort.
Yep.
That had no kids in it whatsoever because he kind of just wanted to do it. Everything he's doing is like all adult oriented. Like I want to go do like the hardest slopes. I want to do all this stuff because he just want to be basically with his family. He basically wanted to go helicopter like skiing where they jump out of a helicopter and basically ski down a mountain. Like he has, like 9 and 10-year-olds trying to do that with him. That one can barely ski up and down the mountain and scared to death of skiing.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It does have its comedic moments throughout the film, but again, how this one ends up ending is Julia basically fakes as if she needs his help to get down the mountain, so that the kids view him as big daddy hero, blah blah blah. Everything's fine and dandy. And at the end, they meet the other couple that kind of had to sit through their little, argument or what have you. And they're all holding hands. And they're like, oh, it's such a great trip, blah, 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 blah. And some snow falls off the front of the hotel, kind of like awning. And to not be hit by it, both couples have to let go of the other. And they space out. And there's this big old plop of snow that drops. And it's like couple, and then they kind of look across each other like, huh. And then the movie ends.
Yeah.
So it's kind of left up to your...
To save each other, but then it's like, does that mean they're letting go because, hey, we don't really need to be together? Or is it saying that, hey, I saved myself in the same right situation, so it's not as bad because you did the same thing right now. So it could be taken to one of those two ways, kind of.
Yeah, so the way I interpreted that, because like I said, this was kind of one of those things that leaves you up to interpret, like, what do they mean by that? I took it very similar in the sense that maybe the original issue wasn't that big of a deal that he took off because, maybe sometimes in order to live and move forward, you gotta separate, right? And maybe that's what she learned from it, and maybe that's what he realized too. And in the same token, it could have been that sometimes you have to let go and know that you'll be able to come back. But who knows, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much how it ended. it does have its moments. You laugh throughout.
She has a little flirtation thing with, basically cheating on him, and she can't cheat on him. And
the ski instructor,
things like that, and then him basically trying to go out in his own party style and have his party life. They try to move away, like they do their own thing, and it's almost like, okay, we're not that successful. Well, she was more successful than he was.
Yeah.
And she kind of realized, I don't really want that.
I could do you through this wall.
If I wanted to, that's who I am. But
that question you asked me earlier, that's who I am.
Yeah. And him trying to flirt with girls, but it's not really working, so he's not.
And they actually come back and tell him, "Oh, I'm sorry, I meant that guy.
Yeah.
That guy is the best or the most well-groomed man out here. Sorry, my apologies." And he's like, "No, yeah, I deserve that. Yep.
So what's your name?" Oh, she left.
Yeah. And then he tries to go to a bar later on, and like kind of party, and no one really wants to talk to him. Even his like younger coworker, like girls are trying to hit on him, and he's like, "No, like I love my girl. I don't want to talk to you." And so he kind of gets depressed. And we got to get to see him be vulnerable and kind of spill his feelings to his coworker, basically admitting he didn't really want to have kids. Like they kind of left it up to science and the whole fertility testing, and then they were like, "Oh, we got pregnant. I'm gonna be a dad." So yeah. Anything else you want to add?
I think that's pretty much it. I mean, the whole thing, the end was him just admitting that he was a coward, and that's one thing he didn't want to admit. He didn't want to face the fact that, hey, I was a coward for my family and I ran away, and I guess if I never talked about it, because most of the movie he basically just avoids talking about everything he can to talk about.
He goes, yeah, we had this like an event happen, and it was kind of a little unearthing, and then she's like, a little, like right, he's downplaying it like greatly, so he has to kind of face that, and like I said, from the trailers you see a lot of it. Literally, like most of what you're seeing behind us right now, that almost tells you the entire film.
Yes.
So if you really don't want to go to the theater, I suggest you just watch the 2 trailers that are out for it, and you'll pretty much know how this movie is going to end, more or less.
More or less. Yeah.
So, anything else for you?
That's it.
Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing.
We share it to everybody.
We appreciate everyone out there. We have merch coming soon. Gonna be some hoodies and some t-shirts. Maybe even some hats.
They're not going to be from Harvard, though.
Did you say from Harvard?
From Harvard.
From Harvard.
From Harvard.
Wicked smart.
Wicked smart.
Peace.